Okay, so I'm going to play whistleblower for a minute here and talk about my experience working for the public school system here in LA, because I worked for several months as a freelance paper grader. Yeah, teachers don't do that here, apparently. They hire outsiders to do the work for them. I got FBI fingerprinted and everything. I got checked out by the DOJ to make sure that I was acceptable to be working for the government. But what I found out is that the government standards for public education are not very high. So what I would do is I would get papers from teachers from the English department at this high school. Like 3-month-old papers hadn't been touched by anyone. And it was my job to grade them and to give comments to the students. And one of the comments I found myself continually giving students was, celebrities are not acceptable academic references. So I had to read through papers that used Taylor Swift and Emma Stone's friendship as an example of friendship for a prompt that was given, or that used Miley Cyrus getting herself into trouble on Hannah Montana as concrete evidence to an argument. And I think that there might be something seriously awry with the public education system when it's acceptable for students to use that as examples. And I actually went to a teacher and I said, I don't know, when I went to public school, we weren't allowed to use those sorts of examples, and I was told, it's okay, whatever. That's just what I was told, it's okay. So that may be why I don't work for them anymore. I kept writing to the students that it wasn't very academic, and then I stopped getting jobs. But I also found that students were using movies as historical references, so instead of citing a textbook or actual history when talking about Abraham Lincoln, for example, they cited the movie Lincoln. They cited movies like Zero Dark 30. And I think it's a dangerous society where students are encouraged in their schools to write about celebrities that have no real purpose and offer no real values to society except materialism and superficiality. And when students see Hollywood movies as fact that should be cited in academic work, I don't really think it's a school system at all. I don't know what it is, but it's just filtering kids through without teaching them how to think, without teaching them anything but memorization, and that celebrities are completely relevant and can be used to further your arguments. So let's hope I don't get dragged away to Guantanamo for speaking out against the idiocy of the public school system. And let's hope that at some point students realize that what Taylor Swift had for breakfast does not an academic argument make.